Hi everyone and welcome back to our 10-day yoga challenge. We made it to day 8, so well done everyone. I'm glad you're joining me today. We're going to be focusing on our hip flexors and our glutes today. So yeah, it's probably going to be a bit more drilly than flowy, but I really hope you enjoy it. Our glutes are very lazy muscles, so I feel we should give them some attention to activate them properly. And yeah, I'd say let's get started. As per usual, throughout the practice, modify as you need it, listen to your body, and yeah, don't work into any pain. So we're gonna get started today in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together to touch, knees fall out to either side of the mat, and then we find a nice comfortable position on our back. Hands fall wherever it's comfortable, maybe on your belly, maybe you reach them overhead to give yourself a nice stretch. Maybe you close the eyes or bring the gaze to the tip of your nose. Deepening the inhalations and exhalations, drawing the awareness within. Maybe you want to set an intention for today's practice. Offer it to someone you love, someone who can need a little extra energy today. Let's take a deep inhale all together through the nose, fill up the lungs. Open the mouth and exhale, let it all go. Inhale through the nose, all the way to the top. And exhale, sigh it all out. And one more time, deep, full inhale, all the way to the top. Feel the belly and the chest expand. Open your mouth and exhale, release. Okay, on your next inhale, draw your knees towards each other, hug your knees into your chest. Maybe slightly rock from side to side to warm up the spine, massaging it into the mat. And then bring your feet onto your mat about hand distance from your body. I'm going to start with some bridge pulses to warm our glutes up. So really engage your glutes, tuck the pelvis, lifting through the heels, so pressing down into the heels as we lift our hips off the ground. Really squeezing those glutes, squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. And then we'll lower it down, lift it back up, lowering it down, and back up. Keep going. Let's do 5 more. Lift it back up, lowering down, lift it up, lowering down, keeping the glutes engaged. 2 more. Lift it back up, and 1 more. Lift it up, lowering it down, and hugging your knees into your chest. Well done everyone. Bring your feet back down. This time bring your feet further together, so to touch, and let your knees splay out to the side a little. Gonna do the same thing again, engaging the glutes, pressing through the heels, lifting our hips off the ground, lowering it down, lifting it up for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Lowering yourself down, hugging your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Hope you can feel your glutes already. I definitely can. And sliding your hands underneath your knees. Slowly start rocking yourself forwards and backwards, gaining some momentum, using the core, and crossing at the ankles, and coming into a tabletop position. Gonna move through some cats and cows here to warm up the spine, so toes can either be tucked or untucked, whatever feels better to you. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then as we inhale, we drop the belly, open the heart, gaze comes up. And then we exhale, push the ground away, round through the spine, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, drop the belly, open the heart, lengthen through the spine, drawing your hands back towards your knees to get an extra stretch through the abdominals. And then exhale, press the ground away, separate the shoulder blades, tuck the pelvis, find your cat pose. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, drop the belly, gaze comes up. And then exhale, push the ground away. Inhale to a neutral spine. Maybe give yourself a nice shake here, taking any movement that feels good to you. Maybe drawing circles in one direction and the other. Coming back to center. Tuck your toes if they weren't tucked already, just for some extra support. And then really find engagement in your tabletop. So press the ground away, hug the belly and the ribs in. We inhale to extend our right leg, lift it up, bend the right knee, flex the right foot, hugging the belly and the ribs in. Gonna pulse here. The right leg up and down. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Release your right foot down. Maybe shift the weight forwards and backwards a little. We'll lift it back up, drawing it over to the left, getting a nice stretch through our hip. Lifting it back up, bringing it over to the left. Slightly shift the way back. Inhale it back up, engaging through the glutes, hug the belly and the chest in. Exhale, bring it over. Send the hips back. Inhale, lift it back up. Release it down and bring your knee down to the ground. Find your tabletop. Maybe shake out the hips a little. Okay, moving on to the left side. So find your engagement. Inhale, lengthening that left leg. Bringing it up. Flexing the knee, bending the knee, flexing the left foot. And we start pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that left foot down. Shift the weight forward and backwards. And lift your left foot up again. Pointing the toes. Bringing the left foot over to the right. Sending the hips back. Get a nice stretch here. Inhale, bring it back up. Engaging through the glute. Exhale, bringing it down. Getting a nice stretch. Inhale, bring it back up. Engage the glute. And dropping it back down. Getting a nice stretch here. Bringing it back up. releasing the foot down, releasing the knee down. Send the hips back and forward. Take any movement here that feels good to you. Loosen up. When you're ready, tuck the toes and send the hips back. Find your downward facing dog. If this is your first down dog of the day, take a moment here to get comfortable. Really settle in. Bending into one knee, bending into the other. Maybe shaking the hips, shaking the head. And when you're ready, find some stillness in your down dog. On our next inhale, we bring the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, lowering the knee down onto the mat, tucking our toes. Either keep it straight here, or maybe you want to slide it out to the side a little for some extra support. And then we're opening up and find our assisted side plank. I'm gonna do some more leg pulses here, so we're pulsing that left leg up and down, engaging our glutes. So let's get going. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. Find your balance. Want your toes to slightly point down towards the mat and your hip slightly pressing forward. We keep going for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Releasing the left foot back down, releasing the left hand back down. Inhaling, right leg floats high to the sky. As you exhale, bring your right foot onto your left, bringing the big toe and the second toe onto the back of your left foot. Really drawing that left heel towards the ground, getting a nice stretch through your shins, through your hamstrings. And take an inhale, right leg floats high towards the sky once again. Exhale, right knee to nose. Flex your foot, step it between your hands. Releasing that left knee down, we float up and find our high lunge. In our low lunge. In our low lunge, we want to press our hips forward and up, getting a nice stretch through our left hip flexor, really engaging through the glute. And then as we exhale, we shift our hips back, straightening that right leg, flexing the right foot, so heel and toe draw towards us, hovering the upper body forward, getting a nice stretch through our shins, through our hamstrings here. Finding this half split variation, bending into the right knee, finding our low lunge once again. From here, we're gonna bring our right elbow onto our right knee, sliding that left leg behind us and slightly shifting forward, really stretching the hip flexor, opening the hip, and then inhaling that left arm up and across. This can be quite an intensive stretch, so see what feels good to you today. Okay, bring it back to center, finding your low lunge once again, and then see if you can lift that left leg off the ground, finding your high lunge. We're gonna float the arms back, center upper body forward, hovering it forward. Gonna move into warrior 3 now, so see if you can lift that left leg off the ground. As we exhale, We bend the left knee, bend the right knee, bring the left knee behind the right, find a curtsy squat. Inhale, we lengthen, bringing the left leg back up into warrior three, and exhale, we squat. Inhale, we lengthen, exhale to curtsy. Inhale, we lengthen, and once again, exhale, we come all the way down into a curtsy squat, and come to seated. Well done, guys. Okay, we're in this cross-legged seated position now. So let's take this opportunity to get a nice twist in. So with your left hand, hug your right knee, bring your right hand on the ground behind you. Find a nice twist here. And an inhale brings you all the way around. Counter the twist, bring your hands to the left chin, to your left collarbone. And then bring it back to center. Lovely, guys. So unravel your legs here. I'm gonna turn over so you can see it better. Bring your legs out in front of you. Bring your left hand in between your legs. Right hand on the right side of your right leg. Point the toes. We're gonna have some hip flexor drills here now. So this can be quite intense. See what works for you. Keep the spine straight. The more you lean forward, the more intense this is gonna be. So see what feels good to you. So we're just gonna pulse our right leg off the ground, lowering it down, lift it back up. 3, 4, keep going, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower it down, shake out your leg. Well done, guys. Bring your legs in, bring your knees into your chest. I'm gonna move into a yogi squat now. So shifting the weight forward, pressing into our feet. See if we can lift our hips off the ground. Yeah, if it doesn't work for you, we're just gonna meet in a yogi squat. Get a nice stretch through our back, maybe bringing the fingertips to the ground. And then slowly pressing into your feet, lengthen out the legs. Heel toe the feet slightly in, so the big toes touch. Having a nice forward fold here. Actually bring your feet hip-width distance apart. With your 2 peace fingers, grab your big toes. And let's take an inhale here to lengthen, find a halfway lift. And then exhale, we fold forward. Really use your fingers to pull yourself down. Let the elbows splay out to the side. And then release your toe grip. Now heel toe your feet to touch. Shifting our weight into our right foot. See if we can lift our left knee into our chest, and then slightly bending into the right knee, sending the left leg back, opening up to warrior two. Inhale, we flip the front palm, reverse our warrior, and then exhale. Windmill hands all the way down, stepping it back, your vinyasa, high to low, or right back to downward facing dog. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, down dog. Well done, guys. We got one more round to go, just the left side, and then we have some more stretches at the end. So let's get started. Inhale, left leg towards the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Lower that knee down, tuck the toes. Either you keep it here or bring that left leg out to the side a little, and we open up, find our assisted side plank. Got our glute pulses here now. So lifting that right leg off the ground. Keep pulsing for 10, 9, 8, for 7, toes slightly pointing down. We keep going for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring your right foot back down, right hand back down, slide that left leg in, and inhale, left leg towards the sky. As you exhale, bring your left foot down, bring it onto the top of your right foot with your big toe and your second toe. Drawing the heel towards the ground, getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings, through the shins. Inhale brings the left leg back up to the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose. Find your tiger pose. Flex the foot, step the left foot between your hands, lowering the right knee down to the ground. We're floating up, finding our low lunge. Well done, guys. In our low lunge, we want our hips to point forwards and up, getting a nice stretch through our right hip flexor. And as we exhale, we straighten the left leg, flexing the left foot and hovering our upper body forwards, finding a half split variation here, keeping the upper body hovering, really drawing those toes and the left heel towards us, squaring off the hips and bending into that left leg, finding your low lunge once again. Now bring your left elbow onto your left knee, slide that right leg behind you and start shifting the weight forward to stretch through the hips. Inhale, right arm floats up and across. And then bringing it back to center, finding your low lunge once again. And we see if we can lift that right leg off the ground, finding a high lunge, squaring off the hips, shifting the upper body forward, floating the arms back, sending our weight into our left foot. And we're gonna hover forward to find our warrior 3. Find your balance here. We exhale, bend into the left knee, bring the right knee in. We find a curtsy squat. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to squat. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to squat. Once again, this time come all the way down to seated. Well done. Let's take a twist here. So hug your left knee with your right arm, bringing the left hand on the ground behind you, finding a nice twist here. Inhale brings you back to center. As you exhale, bring your hands over to the right shin, to right collarbone, get a nice counter twist. And as you inhale, come back to center. Well done, guys. Straightening out the legs in front of you. Gonna move on to our hip flexor drills. So pointing the toes, bring your right hand in between your legs, left hand on the left side of your left leg. So gonna pulse our left leg up again, keep the spine straight. The more you come forward, the harder this is, so see what works for you. Let's go for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Shake it out, bringing your knees into your chest, about mat width distance apart, maybe interlacing the fingers. I find this quite helpful to shift the weight forward. See if it works for you. We're gonna come into our yogi squat, If this is not working for you, we just meet in the yogi squat. Stretching out our back again. And then lengthening the legs, coming into a forward fold slightly. Heel toeing the feet in so they're about hip width distance apart. We're gonna grab our big toes with our peace fingers once again. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, we fold. Really using fingers to draw our upper body closer to the ground. There's not a lot of pulling motions in yoga, so use this as an opportunity. Releasing any tension in the lower back. And releasing your toe grip, bringing the fingertips to the ground, heel toeing your feet together so the big toes touch. Shifting the weight into the left leg this time. See if you can crunch your right knee into your chest and slowly bend your left knee, send the right leg back and open up to warrior two. Well done, guys. Inhale to reverse your warrior, keep the bend in the left leg, and then exhale, we windmill the hands all the way down, stepping it back into plank, high to low, purely optional vinyasa. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Lower the knees down, sink your hips back, find your child's pose, slow it down. Well done, guys. Take a moment here to recover. And when you're ready, slowly make your way back into downward facing dog. Inhale, come high onto the balls of your feet, bend the knees, gaze between your hands, and then step or float through to seated. Gonna lower ourselves all the way down to our backs, hugging our knees into our chest, releasing our feet down to the ground, bringing our feet about hand width distance from our body. We're gonna move into a bridge once again, the same way as we started. So really engaging the glutes, tucking the pelvis, engaging the inner thighs. Slowly lift your hips off the ground. Really engage the glutes. If wheel is in your practice, you can of course come into a wheel pose now. Otherwise, just use this to really work your glutes, really engage your glutes. And then slowly releasing everything down, vertebrae by slow vertebrae, bringing your feet mat width distance apart, and start windshield wiping your legs from side to side. Well done, guys. Bring your feet in once again. Bring your right ankle across your left knee and bring your left knee towards your chest, drawing the right shin in, flexing the right foot, maybe pressing the right elbow, pressing the right knee away with your right elbow. Enjoying this reclined pigeon pose, getting a nice stretch through your outer glute. And releasing the right foot down, left foot down, right foot down, this way around. And bringing your left ankle across your right knee, drawing that right knee towards your chest, flexing the left foot, maybe using the left elbow to draw the left knee further away from your body. Getting a nice stretch through your left glute. And then releasing the right foot down, releasing the left foot down. Hugging both knees into your chest once again. Bringing your feet towards the ceiling, grabbing the outer edge of your feet with your hands, drawing your knees towards your armpits, finding happy baby pose. Try keeping your sacrum connected to the ground. And then releasing your feet, hugging your knees into the chest, giving yourself one final squeeze. Bring your nose towards your knees, hugging everything into the midline, engaging every single muscle in your body. For 3, for 2, for 1, and exhale, release everything down to the ground. Finding your final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Returning to a more natural breath. No longer holding on to any tensions in your body. Feel free to stay here for as long as feels good to you. Otherwise, if you want to move on with your day, I'm gonna end this practice right here. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again tomorrow. We have 2 days left, so let's do this. We can do this. Great job everyone so far. Thanks for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Namaste.